This first one is from Leon Jennings of Asian Persuasion MMA. What were your thoughts on getting Seo Hee Ham in the first round?
For me, getting Seo Hee Ham on the first matchup for this Grand Prix, I think this is the biggest challenge that I'm gonna face for this tournament, especially for the first round matchup. I think this will be a biggest challenge for me.
Luis Morales from Philstar with this question. You'll be facing a very seasoned fighter in Seo Hee Ham. What are you focusing on right now in your preparation for the match?
For me, because I know that she's a well-rounded fighter, she's very good in her hands. I'm working now with my striking and also with my ground game.
Looks like you just moved to a new camp. Tell us about that. How has this new camp been, and what were the decision-making process in moving?
For me, moving into another gym is kind of difficult, but I think this is for me, this is a better opportunity for me, and a lot of opportunities that looking forward.
Ivan from Dugout Philippines with this next question. How do you find Seo Hee Ham, her skills, and what will you work on?
Seo Hee Ham is a very experienced fighter, and she's a southpaw. I don't have much experience fighting southpaw, so I think fighting southpaw, I'm training in fighting southpaw.
Luis Morales from Philstar with this question. If you get past this match and your friend Stamp also wins, you will be on a collision course with her. How do you feel about the possibility of facing someone you're so close to?
For me, it's hard. At first, I really don't want to fight Stamp because she's my friend. I'm very close to her. But if ever we fight, I think it's all about business.
Gong with this next question. How did you change your mind about fighting from the first round of this Grand Prix, even though you once had the right to challenge for the title?
For me, if you're really a champion, whoever you will fight or whatever challenge you might face, you will accept whatever it is.
Drake Riggs from My MMA News says, in some ways, Seo Hee Ham's experience can be looked at as a huge advantage for her. But at the same time, that gives you a lot more of footage to study. When looking at it from that perspective, does it help you feel more prepared and confident for this fight?
For me, I really don't think about the experience or whatever, but I just focus on my game plan because most of my opponent before, I already fought them. Like they are also experienced fighters, and then I'm always underdog. So for this matchup, I really don't look what her experience or what her background is.
This one's from Bong Lazada of Inquirer.net. Do you see any similarities between Seo and Mei Yamaguchi, as both are veteran fighters?
For me, yeah, I look that they are similar, but I think Ham is more experienced and more experienced and most dangerous, I think, because she had like multiple title belts in different organizations. So, yeah.
Next question is from Business World. How does it feel to be part of history with an all-female one Grand Prix? What do you think the Grand Prix will do for the women's game?
For me, this historic World Grand Prix is the best event that I'll be joining to, and I think because there's different or the best Atomweight fighters will be joining in this tournament.
Follow-up question from Business World. Given the setup of the Grand Prix, where the participants are all contenders and the matches are all high stakes, how different is your mindset heading into this next bout?
For me, maybe I will consider myself one of the best too because I'm included in the Grand Prix, and yeah, I'm gonna prove them that I am the best and I am the real number one atomweight fighter.
Fight Game Asia with this question. A lot of people say Seo Hee Ham is the dark horse to win the tournament and one of the most feared fighters among you eight. Do you agree with that statement?
Um, I think I agree because, as I said earlier, that she is the most experienced, and so. But when I overcome this first matchup, I think next matchup will be easy for me.
Ivan from Dugout Philippines with this question. With everything both you and Mengbo had said before, what was your reaction when both of you were placed in different sides of the brackets?
I don't know. I think I'm prepared whoever I'm gonna face with, but I expected that me and Mengbo might be in the same bracket, but when I saw the real bracket, and we're in different page, but there's possibility that we will still face each other.
Carlo Arnolin from Manila Bulletin. Do you think Seo Hee Ham is your biggest challenge so far?
Yeah, for this, I think she is the biggest challenge for me.
Kevin Estrada with Bird Sports Philippines. Question for Denice. With the talk from last year is all about your war of words with Angela Lee. What was the pressure of taking a UFC vet for your first opponent in the Grand Prix?
I think for me, it doesn't matter what's her background or because in this matchup, if ever I win this fight, I think for the next fight it will be easier for me, and I think this will prove that I really deserve to fight the atomweight champion.
Going into this next question by Dylan Bowker. You have an opportunity here in the first round of this Grand Prix to solidify yourself as the number one atomweight in the world. You agree with that?
I really don't agree because I will prove them wrong that because I am the real number one contender, I will prove it to them.
This is from Japan Media. You commented, good luck to us on Itsuki Hirata's Instagram before. If you both win, you will only meet in the finals. What is your thoughts about Itsuki Hirata?
I think Itsuki would have a big chance to be in the final. Itsuki is is a great fighter. She's well-rounded, very good in ground game. She have a lot of surprises when it comes to her fighting. I think there's a big chance that she will be in the final.
Carlo Arnolin from Manila Bulletin. What are your expectations for yourself in particular heading into this first round clash with Seo Hee Ham?
I think they will see the different and the best version of the Zamboanga.
As a number one contender, how were you able to remain composed and confident knowing you'll be able to face a top caliber atomweight?
For me, I think this is the best way for me to prove that that I really deserve the number one ranking and really deserve to fight the championship belt.
This one from Kevin Estrada of Burn Sports Philippines. Who do you think on the other side of the bracket is the favorite to come through?
It's hard to say, but because most all of the fighters are great. All of the fighters are great because they really pick the best fighters in different country. But if I'll be choosing, maybe I'll choose. It's hard. Maybe I'll choose Itsuki or Mengbo. I think so.
Mike Murillo from Business World. You are considered a potential world title holder. How do you guard against being overconfident?
For me, as I said, I'm gonna prove them that I really deserve to be a title contender.
Outside of your own matchup, who do you think is the strongest competitor in the Grand Prix?
Um, for me, Stamp. I think all of them. It's hard to say because, yeah, I think all of them.
As a fan, which matchup are you most excited to watch?
Sorry again.
As a fan of the sport, which of these matchups are you most excited to watch?
I'm excited to watch Itsuki and her debut opponent.
Do you know anything about her opponent, Elise Anderson?
I honestly don't know her pretty well, but I heard she's also a veteran and experienced fighter.
One Championship has a couple big bouts in April with one on TNT. Ong La Ong Sang versus Vitali Big Dash. That's a matchup. Can you tell us your predictions for that one?
Really fan of Ong La. I think Ong La will come back, and I think he will get this win.
On this one on TNT 4 card, Sage Northcutt versus Shinya Yoki. Predictions for that one?
I think I'm with Shinya.
Okay, one more for you. On April 21st, one on TNT 3 is headlined by John Lineker versus Stefan Laman.
Of course, I'm with my kababayan, Stefan Luman, because this is his debut, right? Yeah.
How do you think he'll win against John Lineker?
I think he will get finished.
Also on the card, Edward Folayang is back versus Yoshihiro Akiyama. Who do you have for that one?
I don't know. Of course, I'm looking forward to win Kuya Edward, but I think this is a big challenge for him.
So you're a big fan of Akiyama? Is that why you said that? Next question here from Leon Jennings of Asian Persuasion. Before One Empower, the one on TNT series takes place in April, are there any particular matchups that you're looking forward to seeing?
I'm looking forward to see Denice versus Angela.
How do you feel about this Grand Prix, knowing that you were #1 contender, now having to go through another potentially 3 girls before you fight for the title? Does that bother you?
I think I already accept the reality. But I think this is a challenge for me to prove the world that I really deserve the championship belt.
This next question from Drake Riggs of My MMA News. Having had a flawless career to this point with no losses, do you feel any pressure to keep your record perfect?
Of course, I will make my record perfect as soon as I can. Yeah, being undefeated is hard, but I will keep it that way.
Bong Lizada from Inquire.net with this question. How has preparation been coming along, and how much has your brother made life difficult for you?
Preparation about the fight is doing great. Me and my team are doing a great game plan for my opponent, and also my brother are helping me to improve my skills.
You are part of the first all-women's card for One Championship, headlined by Xiong Jingnan. Tell us how that feels and what it means to you.
I think this is a historical event because this is the first time to have a all women's fighting in the same event. So I think this is a great event.
You are becoming a role model now to a lot of Filipino women out there, boys as well. Is that added pressure to you?
It's kind of pressure, but it's also like great. I'm also grateful that representing my own country is a pressure than me.
Denice, you spoke about moving to this gym and how it gave you more opportunities. Can you tell us what these opportunities are?
Um, I think here is, how can I say? I think here has better opportunities when it comes to my future, and I couldn't say. It's hard to say because the previous gym might, you know. But yeah, I think here in my new gym it has better opportunities when it comes to my future.
How much has having your brother been a big help to you?
Um, it's a really big help for me because he's been on my side when I started martial arts. So he knows what's my weaknesses. He knows what my strength. He knows my skills and everything. So it's really big help for me being my being my brother on my side.
If you had to give yourself a prediction for this next bout, how do you win this next one?
I don't know. Maybe you will see on May 28th.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Denice. All the best, May 28th. Can't wait to watch that one.